Yo, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Bias Sports Talk on this beautiful Fat Tuesday. I am here with Milan, a.k.a. Santana.
No watch today, but it's perfect.
No
timing.
watch today. We got Gino Sens on the other end.
Little some.
Little some. Little some.
We all good, bro. What up? What up?
Hey,
Silent flex.
how we feeling today, boys?
I'm doing good, baby. Doing good. Back to be back with the boys, man. Always good to pod with y'all. So I'm
yeah.
excited to talk, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we about to run it up on this one. They don't even know what we're gonna say. We're about to drop a bomb on them.
Hey, Loki's, I didn't even cut you off. Loki, Gino going crazy with the whole fit today with the watch too. Like, come on.
Hey, Doug scored 4 goals.
We got a lot to talk about on this episode. We starting off with the combine. We had a lot of risers, a lot of fallers. Let's go ahead and start with Milan's favorite, Will Howard. He had a hell of an appearance at the combine.
Yay!
What did you think about that one?
I thought he looked exactly like I said he was gonna look, like a Buckeye. That's what I think he looked like. Yeah, no. All jokes aside, yeah. So this is not a joke. He looked really bad.
Did that boy have 1 completion?
I couldn't tell. I honestly couldn't tell you.
This is 45 seconds of incompletion.
Yeah, looking at the screen right now, I really couldn't tell you if he did or not.
No, he looked pretty rough. I like, and it's no shade. It is because, like, you know,
It's full shade.
It's full shade, but like, it's Bias Sports Talk, right?
Exactly.
So yeah, no, he just looked how I thought he would look, bro. Like, I always thought that was a receiver heavy team, and I always thought that his receivers bailed him out in a lot of situations. Like, a lot of those balls were 50-50 balls and like overthrown stuff like that. So I wasn't super surprised by it. If anything, just nice to be right.
What was your
Nice to be right.
Nice to be
What
right.
was your combine grade for him?
I'm gonna go with the D plus.
Dang,
I'm gonna
that's
D
pretty
plus.
good.
Not an F.
pretty
D
good.
plus. It's not an F. See, I'm being generous. I give him a D plus because the throws travel in the air. You can throw the ball. It's not.
That's like
to receivers.
That's like saying when they asked 50 if you could say something nice about whoever it was. He said, "Well, he's alive."
He's alive. That's
Probably
nice.
some John Rule. Yeah.
So rough one for Will, man. I definitely don't think. I think his, where he was going to get drafted was kind of iffy. I don't think that helped. I think he's still going to get drafted.
Bro, your
somewhere.
boy from Michigan is like a combine riser. He went crazy in all like the running.
Dono? Yeah. Dono went crazy. Talking about Dono
Yeah.
Edwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went crazy, man. He was
Quarterback, right?
Nah, running back.
I'm talking about the quarterback.
Who?
I don't think we have a QB in there this
They
year.
didn't have a quarterback?
Yeah.
I know you ain't talking about Alex Orgy.
you're
That's for
thinking
damn
it.
sure.
Yeah, Alex Orgy is on his way to UNLV.
Yeah, that's for damn
to do
sure.
his thing. But yeah, no. Donovan Edwards looked good though. Yeah, I think he led running backs in bench press, and then he ran a good 40. I think it was like 4.4, and he's kind of scatty and a little bit stocky. So 4.4 was solid for him.
Yeah, that's good.
So I thought it was a good time.
That's a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, going into Will Howard, sometimes a little tough to link up with those receivers because you never worked with them before. I know I saw some other guys. I mean, I saw Quinn have some overthrows as well, and I saw that Jalen Milroe, they were saying he had some overthrows, a little inconsistent. So it could be a little tough to link up with them, but
I mean, Quinn looked good. He was just zipping the ball. That's like he was trying to throw it too hard to look too good, but he looked way better than you can't compare those two combines.
I think Quinn definitely came in feeling a little underrated and was trying to prove a point.
sure.
Yeah. He looked good.
But I think it's a mix, dude. I do agree that timing is everything when it comes to receivers and like an offense. And maybe this kind of speaks to Shedeur, who we're going to get into. But I feel like Shedeur, he's switching teams and dealing with a lot of different receiving rooms. And that was one of his arguments, right? When he was doing his press conference, he's like, we went to Jackson State, we went to Colorado, we kept changing things. So, like, I don't know. I feel like as much as it's new dudes and you got to get the timing down, there's certain dudes who just, like, have perfect timing. You know what I mean?
Perfect timing.
And so, I don't know. I think that would be an argument. If you were to ask Shedeur that question, I think Shedeur would be like, it doesn't matter who the receiver is, I'm going to get the ball there. You know what I mean?
So perfect timing or prime time? Who is getting drafted higher? What Dion go? 4th or 5th? 4th or 5th to Atlanta?
He up there, but I feel like Shedeur.
6th. I knew it. Yeah, I think it's 6th.
Yeah.
I was positive. Because he said not to draft him. He
He was telling people not to draft him.
he's like, no.
That's what a couple of GMs said about Shedeur. They said he was like too cocky or too rich, like whatever.
Speaking of Cam and Shador, they did not do the workouts. Shador came out and said that he's confident that his success will follow him to the NFL, like you said, from Jackson State on to Colorado. Was able to change those programs and make them, nationally televised games and stuff like that. So
Agreed.
He feels that he can go into the NFL and step right into that same level of success. So there was some reports coming out that he was a little cocky in the interviews, but that'll come when you're primetime son. So.
Agreed. I think he could have done maybe without like the backward strap hat that he was rocking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It kind of gave like
He was probably cruising around in slides or something.
It just took him. He just had on this backwards New Era hat. It was tough, but like I don't know if that was like combine gear. Like I get it. You know, the young players are swaggy. But yeah, I don't know. I don't blame Cam and Shador after the Will Howard thing, dude. And I think there's certain guys that come into the combine. We talked about that last time, you know, trying to like jump up the boards, run a good 40. But there's certain dudes that you really only have everything to lose. So like I'd rather throw at my pro day to receivers like we talked about, who I have timing with. I know all these dudes. I can go and throw. He might be the fifth receiver on the Colorado roster, but I have hella timing with him because I hang out with him every Friday. And
they asked Shador all the receivers he looks forward to throw into in the NFL. He named
Jimmy Horn Jr.
He named all the Colorado receivers.
Yeah.
That was hard.
Yeah,
I like that.
He's riding for his guys.
He's riding for his guys.
I'll
I
give
like
him
that.
As he's definitely. It's good when you have that much attention. You know, use it to shine some light. I think Jimmy Horn had a decent.
I think he got a good 40.
Yeah.
Speaking of receivers, Isaiah Bond before the combine came out and said that he was going to run faster than Xavier Worthy. Ended up. Don't get me wrong, he didn't run a bad time. Ended up running a 4.4, but he wasn't even the fastest Texas receiver. We had Golden who ran a 4.29, and now Tannenbaum is out there saying that Golden might be the first receiver off the board.
I can see it.
That's a big riser right there.
Yeah.
He seems like a guy that the Chiefs would draft. They just get lucky and get the fastest receiver.
Well, if he's the first receiver off the board, he's not going to the Chiefs.
Golden ain't the first receiver off the board.
No, I'm saying that's what Tannenbaum said.
Oh, no, I know.
Yeah.
Now, personally, I think it's still going to be McMillan.
McMillan.
I didn't want to. Yeah,
He's
got to be number one just based off build ability. Like he's ready to play now. But I think Golden. Yeah, I think I could see him getting into like a little shifty spot, maybe like somewhere in the teens, in my opinion. But I think he did himself a lot of justice, dude.
And, running a 4.29, hell yeah.
Speaking to Bond, bro, like. Exactly like we were laughing, like a 4.4 is super fast, but not when you talk in that
you're
much.
saying you're going to beat
and
time.
Like, exactly. Yeah. I feel like every other time that's happened, dudes come out and like run a really good time. So it's like 4.4 gang. Like
the last time that I can remember that happening was Jalen Reagor came out and he said he was going to beat the time and was nowhere close to time. And the Eagles still took him first round.
Over DK Metcalf.
Right? No, over Jettas.
Oh, over Jettas?
Yeah, over Jettas.
The pick before.
Even worse, they lost, but they did lose out on DK Metcalf for what? Aguilar, right?
Something like that.
Yeah. But So I don't know. Dude, you have to at least run low 4.3s to like.
If you're gonna say that,
he had a misstep. Maybe he low 4.4. It's like, bro, you knew your time coming into this. You didn't have to say all that.
Yep.
You knew you was running a 4.4 in practice.
Yep.
But he's not a super high draft pick, so he probably had to do the combine, you know. So then he just got screwed. He got exposed, boy.
For sure. Emin Worry, the safety out of South Carolina, came out and put on an absolute show at 6'3", 220, ran a 4.4 with a 43-inch vertical. Overall, South Carolina had a hell of a combine. They had the second fastest tight end along with the fastest linebacker. So their strength and development team over there at South Carolina really putting in that work.
Yeah, they put in work over there. I feel like South Carolina always has like little sleepers. They're always a better team than they get credit for. Who's the freshman QB over there with the glasses?
I feel like I remember.
Anyway,
they also on the game had Nick Harbor. I don't know if he's in the draft this year or not, but he was the strongest and the fastest receiver on the game for NCAA. On the video game.
They always have like
all I know
South
is
Carolina's
that
gritty little squad.
I'm pissed about that performance because now he might go ahead of Malachi Starks and then he'll fall to someone like the Eagles or Ravens.
Nah, he might be going to the Colts at 14. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, he might be going to the Colts. We also had a little bit of a incident during the combine between some reporters. We had Ian Rappaport, Rap Sheet, and Jordan Schultz, whose dad is the founder of Starbucks. They had a little dust up in the concourse at Lucas Oil where Jordan Schultz wasn't too happy about what Rap Sheet had to say about what he was saying about Stafford. He basically said, yeah, what you're saying is completely false. So Jordan Schultz, he took that to heart and went up to him and was like, not in my establishment.
Yeah.
You're at Starbucks waiting in line for a coffee. I own this. I'm the heir to this.
He's like,
So,
what you gonna do is get about this Starbucks.
Yeah, exactly.
that my daddy
what did he
built.
say about
Talking
Stafford?
crazy.
Premise me.
basically, he was just like, everything in terms of the contract debate, he was saying like, I don't know if it was
Like-
wrong.
like
I'm not going to
numbers?
say it was wrong or not,
Okay.
but that Rap Sheet was basically saying that everything he was saying was false.
Well, someone was standing on business in there. That's
Absolutely. What you're not finna
Yeah.
do is stand in the building that my daddy built, ordering the
At
drink,
Starbucks.
ordering the drink that my daddy was
Head on a
brewing up.
swivel.
And when I was 5 in the kitchen, my dad was picking beans out of
Yeah.
bags, trying
Head
to
on a
figure out,
swivel.
trying to figure out what the best coffee to sell was. You're not gonna
Exactly.
get your coffee from here. You better take that shit to Coffee Bean.
Exactly.
Fuck out of here.
Exactly.
Lenora Sellers, by the way, QB of South Carolina. Shout out to you, bro.
Oh
You're a
yeah,
dog.
no, bro's nice for sure.
Nasty, and he's a true freshman
Yeah,
this
bro
year.
is nice.
So he's only on the up and up. They have a good squad. Shout out to Spencer Rattler, man. You know they
Shout out to
Jadavion,
Spencer
even though
Rattler. Just shout out to
he played at
Spencer
South
Rattler.
Carolina.
Hey, shout out Spence, man.
he played a couple places, but he played at South
Yeah.
Carolina. You know,
No, that was a funny situation throughout the weekend. All of the reporters were kind of making fun of it, the whole Starbucks thing going on. So everyone just, Adam Schefter kept saying, I got my head on a swivel. So they was looking out for Jordo Schultz, man. You never know when he's going to come in hot.
Them fake experts don't know how to deal with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We the real experts. Lock in.
Lock in, baby. Shout out to
Gino
Gino
Lock.
Sens, Gino Locks.
Locks only.
Another person that ran a great 40 time was James Pierce out of Tennessee, a defensive end. He ran a 4.5. There were some reports that came out that his coaches were saying he was a bit uncoachable this year, saying that it seemed like he had 1 foot out the door. But when you put on a performance like that, I mean, you're going high.
yeah.
So,
I think
I think he's
it's
going.
okay to have 1 foot out the door. No, I didn't make a job, Gino. Like, I mean, Jamar Chase didn't even play once Joe and them left.
yep.
These dudes are thinking about that check, and he knew he was about to go run a 4.5. I don't like just looking at him run, dude. Like that's NFL drool right there.
For real.
Yeah.
That's a Bill Belichick is somewhere. Obviously, he's not head coach in the NFL, but dudes like him are sitting there just like, he's how big, he's how
Yeah.
tall, he ran how fast. Like we can coach that.
Yeah.
Is he going to the Saints or is he going to the Falcons? He looks like
He
could.
looks like he's gonna play in the NFC South. I think.
Yeah.
he just has, he has that face.
I just feel like even the Buccaneers, if he falls, like he could make one of those teams like disgusting because their
Yeah.
defenses
Can we see
are
the draft
not
order
bad.
again? I need to remember.
Bucks
who's,
are like
in the
19,
teams.
Saints are early, and then the Falcons are like 14. So like he can go anywhere from like 9 to 19 is what I'm saying, and
Agreed.
make any of those teams disgusting.
I feel like he's going like second half of the first round, probably.
Yeah, because I mean, there's obviously you got some early D line guys that are gonna go like Abdul, Mason Graham.
D line's deep this year, man.
Yeah, D line's super
For
deep.
sure.
Man, there's some boys. So it's
Hey,
gonna
you
be
think your
interesting.
boy Mason Graham's gonna go before Abdul?
No.
People are talking.
No.
People are talking.
Mason Graham is a dog, but Abdul Carter's a
I
little
don't think
different.
so. I shout out to Mason. I think Mason is the best defensive player in the draft, and I think Will Johnson's the
Well,
best. corner
they
in the
play
draft.
different positions.
Yeah, but it's
They're
just
bo-
like
they're both good at pass rushing,
yeah,
though.
yeah, but Mason's inside. Like Abdul just plays like the money position in the NFL.
Exactly.
And that's why he's going to go first because
Yeah.
that's you know what I mean. But
Yeah,
I think
yeah, I
Mason
agree.
will go. He'll be the second defensive guy off the board probably. I'm trying to
Speaking
think,
of
yeah. Unless you
other
count Travis, maybe.
Speaking of other crazy measurables at defensive line, Shamar Stewart was rated a perfect 10 on the relative athletic score. Top ranked score for a defensive end since 1987. He ran a 4.59 at 6'5", 267, which is absolutely insane. That is a huge man.
He'll be
running real fast.
He'll be playing for Vrabel.
running real fast.
Yeah, he will be on the Patriots. I guarantee.
He played. He
You
played.
can't pass on Mason Graham though. So
No,
Oh, I'm not saying first.
that's who they're taking.
Where's,
He played
Where's he projected to go?
he probably late first,
Late
to
first,
early
Okay.
second.
He's like that. Okay, maybe.
Yeah, he played this past season at Texas A&M at 290
not.
and is down to 267. So He was out there moving.
Yeah, and that shows a good work ethic too. That
Yeah,
shows a really good
I was
work
in the
ethic.
lab watching the combine, and I saw that live.
He was in the lab. He was
spectacular.
locked in.
Yeah, I'm watching tape. You already know I do my shit.
Gino's laboratory.
I'm looking at this projected draft here. This is interesting. I still think Titans are going to end up.
I don't know if McMillan goes that high. They're saying he's kind of fallen, but
I think the Giants are going to trade the Titans.
speaking of other receivers, Tez Johnson at 154 pounds, which is historically small for the NFL Combine, ran a 4.51, which everyone was up in arms about. Like, how are you this small, but you're only running a 4.51? But it turns out that during the drills, he was actually the fastest in terms of miles per hour for wide receivers during the rest of the
bro.
drills.
He's finessing. He's trying to go second round so he can play with Bo. Like, it's
Hey,
so
it's
obvious. It's
Not a
pissing
bad
me off.
idea.
I don't.
Regardless, I think he was going second or third round anyway.
Says
So
a lot of things that can be
He's
oddballs
finessing.
on this pod that I disagree with. I don't disagree with that one. I wouldn't be surprised if he was just trying to slip down. But I mean, everyone's trying to get paid, so I don't think anyone's trying to fall. in the draft
exactly.
Particularly, I think that I don't know.
maybe a little more
a
quick,
trade-off. It's a
quick
trade-off.
than fast.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a trade-off, right? I think that like you want to run a good 40 time, and at that size, there's no reason you shouldn't. I
Yeah.
do think that the combine can be kind of minute sometimes because like football's completely different. You add on pads,
Yeah.
like game awareness.
Exactly.
There's like game fast, right? Like Derrick
Yeah.
Henry wasn't running a crazy 40, but
No.
but that being said, I don't know Tyreek's exact 40 time, but I know it wasn't a
It was
4.5.
insane. No,
It's
it was
like,
insane.
You can't be that small and run a 4.5, bro. Like
But
that's like
I got a
I'm
good
sorry.
player comp for Tez. I
got-
feel like AB would almost be. I don't know what AB's 40 was, but I don't think it was that fast. I think he's more quick than fast.
Yeah.
So I think that's good player comp. I've been on Tez this whole draft process. Like
a good comp.
he's. A
I mean, it's all
baller,
about
bro.
like
But he's smaller, right?
yeah,
yeah,
like AB,
he's 5'9",
AB's
like
like
154.
6'1", right? At least.
I think AB's
Nah.
only like
AB
5'10".
ran a
5'10".
4.47. Yeah, it's pretty fast. That's way faster than Tez.
Yeah, I think.
Not way faster. Tez ran a 4.51.
Yeah, so
it's not way faster.
I will say this though, like you can't be that little running the same 40 as Shamar Stewart.
Yeah, that's
like when
pretty
you
ins-
think of
yeah.
it like that,
No,
it's
that's
like,
kinda
come on,
crazy.
bro. That's nuts.
Yeah,
you
that's
letting that
kinda
big boy
crazy.
tie you in a race?
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
don't let Tomlin get that boy Tez
Shamar
Johnson. That's all
Stewart,
I'm
man.
saying.
Yeah, but
Shout out to you.
game speed is a lot different than what you're running on a 40 time. So if you turn on that tape, he's out there moving. Trust me.
Agreed. I think Tez had a great year. I just you got to do better than that.
He's
Especially
trying to
when
go
you're
to the
Premier.
Broncos.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
but-
it's like, dude, I know you've been running 40s the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like, you got a specific coach that's training you how to do it. Like all these dudes are training for it.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't want to hear an excuse sometimes.
Yeah, I've been watching hella tape on Tez Johnson, and I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, you locked in on.
Never
on
seen
Tez
anything
Johnson.
like it.
Yeah,
He's generational.
live boy.
He's generational, according to Gino.
Nah, I just think he's like a good value. You know, like you always try to find those
Yeah.
people that are good
Tez
value.
Johnson, offensive rookie of the year next year.
Depends where he goes, but you're gonna get him in the second and third round, and he's gonna outperform half the receivers that went in the first round.
Travis Hunter said he's aiming for offensive and defensive rookie of the year.
Oh, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Trav.
Shout out to
I
Trav,
believe it.
man.
I think you're a dog.
I would love to see that. That'd
He's
be
a baller
crazy.
receiver. If
That
he-
would be sick.
That would be
if he goes to
insane.
the Giants and they get like a good quarterback, he will get a lot of open targets because they're doubling neighbors every single play, leaving him open. So depends where you go. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I do think that the Giants are going to take a quarterback, but that's another like low key. I don't hate that take. You know, Neighbors and Trav with like a vet would be with like
A-Rod.
Rodgers would be kind of dope.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be kind of badass.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of badass. But I think the Giants are taking a quarterback. I'd purely off of
They need to.
need for
Needs.
attention, need for a big pay culture change guy. Like Rodgers
Yeah.
feels like that dude. The GM's trying to keep his job. We got to learn
Yeah.
his name as much as we talk about him.
It's
But
SCHOLEN.
yeah, I forget how to pronounce it.
Yeah. He's the worst GM of all
Gino
time.
hates him. He thinks he's the worst GM ever.
They won't have Hard Knocks in the NFL this year because they did the
I mean,
behind the
he
scenes
was-
last year, and his kid told him
Yeah.
trade up and get Jaden Daniels. And
He's
he was,
literally
like, shaking his
asking-
head no, like no.
He's
son
literally
has a future.
asking his kids like who to draft. Like, bro, that's your job. Like,
Yeah.
why are we
His
why are we
son-
on Hard
he's like-
Knocks asking
someone's
your
like,
kids?
like,
he's
trade
like,
up and get a
What
quarterback.
do you
He's like-
guys think?
yeah,
He's
like,
no,
what are
we're
we
letting
doing?
Saquon walk, and we're gonna go with Danny Dimes.
Yeah.
like bro, you gotta have.
Onto another position group. What was crazy is Gunnar Helm went out there and sprained his ankle on the 40 time and did all the rest of the drills. After the combine, they showed a picture of his ankle, whole thing black and blue, huge. Went out there and did all the drills. That's a dog. That's someone I would be looking into drafting. If you need a tight end.
That boy said, I
to
get paid.
He said, I am a dog.
He said, I cannot afford
I am a dog.
And that's that thing, boy. I'll tell you. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
What in the
That shit
Oh, my
sprained it on
God.
the 40.
Damn.
That shit was
that looked like
crazy.
how mine
That's
looked.
broken. He didn't expect
Yeah.
that's broken.
And did all of the drills like that.
I have
That fool
that
is a dog.
that looks
yeah.
like a separated tibia.
Yeah, I mean that adrenaline is some boy, and that will to get paid. Like, there's only one combine, and
Yeah.
if you're an in between guy, you can't afford to sit out. So
For real.
shout out to Gunnerman for thugging that out.
That's another person you put on that game tape. Gunnar Helm is a dog out there on the field.
exactly. That reminds me of 2 weeks ago. I thought they were trying to tow my car, so I ran down the stairs and I missed the last step, sprained my ankle. I put my golf shoe on tight. I went and walked 18 because it rained the
That
first day. I didn't know they wasn't gonna have carts. I had to.
You
walk
got
on
to
that
push
shit.
through, man.
Boy, you
gotta have that dog in you, man.
I did not play well, but I thugged it out.
He thugged it out, man. He pushed through.
Hey, speaking of tight ends, though, that Michigan boy might go first round.
He is going first.
No,
He's-
Colston for sure.
He's
He
going
might go
first
top
round.
15.
yeah, Colston is.
Oh, Colson.
Well,
Colston-
Loveland. is his
Colston
last name.
Loveland.
Yeah, Colston Loveland. His
Yes.
first name's Colston. I
Yeah.
I have this. I like to call players on my teams by their first names. It makes me feel like super personal
You?
to them.
No,
Yeah.
no.
So like if someone plays on my team, like Makari Page, our safety, I just Makari, let's go. It's my thing. Colston is the best receiving tight end in the draft and like the best true tight end. I would say he was the best tight end in the draft if Tyler Warren didn't exist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not because Colson, I'm always ride for you, gang, but like I think we can all agree. Like
Well, he didn't even
Tyler
work out
Warren.
his shoulders.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
bro, Tyler Warren's crazy.
Insane. He plays
He's
every
so
position.
good at football.
Yeah, he plays
he's
every
like
position.
Taysom Hill, but like what Taysom Hill should be doing, which
Yeah,
is
but he's
bulking
like
up and playing.
6'7".
Facts.
Yeah.
Bigger than Gronk.
It's like
he's
LeBron
huge.
playing football.
Yeah, if you didn't know, Milan is a major booster for Michigan, so he's always going to ride for his guys.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
always going, but I'm always, it's biased sport talk to an extent. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Colston is my guy, but like I watched a lot of Penn State games with Brett this year. Like Tyler Warren is really good at football. He
Yeah.
was the difference maker
He's
on
in-
that team.
I mean-
and Colston is a first round tight end.
They didn't
I think
really
you
throw to
can't go wrong.
receivers. They
Yeah.
really only threw to Warren.
To Tyler Warren.
Yeah.
yeah. And when Tyler Warren wasn't getting catches,
Yeah,
it
because
just didn't
the
go well.
quarterback couldn't throw the ball. They
Yeah.
can only hit their tight end. So, but
and
he
some
was
are
good. He was good.
And some are saying that Drew Aller is going to go first round next year. I don't know. But
Where? In what league? In what league?
in the CFL, I guess.
Yeah.
Shit.
You know, Drew Aller's gonna go first round because
Off of measurables.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on some like the NFL loves dudes
Yeah.
like that, and then it's gonna be like a Danny Dimes thing, where whatever team took him 4 years later is gonna get another QB.
Yeah.
but like they'll take him just because it'll be like, oh man, he looks good on
That
paper.
boy looks like he took a double shot of whiskey every time he plays. Like,
Hey, on to the running backs. The running backs had a good showing. They ran pretty fast. We had Judkins and Henderson, both from Ohio State, put up 4.4s, along with Omarion Hampton out of North Carolina, who some think is going to be the second one off the board. We had Tutton, who ran a 4.32 out of Virginia Tech. Jaden Blue out of Texas, who ran a 4.38. So they was out there running pretty fast, man. There's a lot of people saying that the running backs, there could be a good amount of them coming off the board pretty quick this draft.
Omarion.
He's a dog.
They're saying he's going for the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's
I
gonna
don't
be.
think he goes over Genty.
It's gonna
Well, no,
be.
Genty gonna be
Yeah,
gone, bro.
Genty's going to the Cowboys.
He gonna be gone. They
I
ain't
don't-
trading up.
I don't think so. I think Genty goes to the Cowboys.
Brett, super quick. Go back to the mock draft, super quick, just so I can see the order again, just so I can give my opinion on the Genty take. Go down. Yeah, Genty's not getting past the Cowboys.
I've been
he
saying-
may not even get past.
I've been saying 12 to the Cowboys.
Genty might jump up. I could see the Raiders doing something they shouldn't.
I don't think so.
I
I
could
mean,
see-
they could, though. It is
yes,
the Raiders.
yes.
It is the
I mean,
Raiders.
They shouldn't. They should take like Will
It is the
Johnson
Raiders.
or some one of these defensive.
They don't have
the
a running
Raiders-
back though.
No, they do. That's what I'm saying.
Right?
And I'm just saying, in my
Well,
personal
they got
opinion,
Zamir White, who sucked last year.
Yeah.
If you played fantasy
no
football,
fact,
you would
they-
know that.
They could
Yeah.
definitely use one. I just personally think the defensive value in this draft is crazy. So drafting that high, if you're not getting a QB,
but it's
you
deep, so maybe you can get him on the swing. Who knows?
I'm just saying they're in the top 10. So like I'm just saying like Genty, who like is really good, but like
Sam
you never know how it's
Darnold
gonna
and
go
Genty.
You never know how it's gonna. Yeah, you never know how it's gonna go with running backs, bro. But with like defensive linemen or with like corners, like those are hard to come by. It's really good ones. So I'm just saying, like, I don't mean to be like the Giants GM and Singletary and Saquon it because it's not like that. But like you just never know what that's gonna be.
Yeah, no, I totally feel you, but I just have weird vibes about this one. It's giving me those Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, that draft, those vibes. Maybe I
those are
recency bias,
instant production.
but yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
so,
Jahmyr Gibbs is different though. That's a different beast.
Omarion Hampton had 1,500 yards with Drake May as his
No, yeah, he
quarterback.
did.
Then had no quarterback, put up 1,600 yards.
Yeah, I'm not
That
saying
boy
he's not a
different.
dog. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that Jahmyr Gibbs is a little different.
it's gonna
He's-
be.
Yeah, he's goaded.
Yeah.
Gibbs is goaded.
But yeah, I think the running backs are gonna go. It's gonna be interesting to see who goes where because I think there's a lot of dudes who are like are a little bit better than. Like I think Etienne's a lot better than people act like he
For sure.
is. I watching Jaden Blue on Texas this year. He was nasty. I forgot who the other running back is that runs with him, but he's also really good. They're a good combo. Even like bro, like even. Being a Michigan guy, Donovan, bro, he could be a sneaky fifth
Fifth
sixth
rounder.
Yeah.
Hey,
Go
don't get me
somewhere,
wrong. I hope Genty slips all the way down the board to Pittsburgh at 21. That'd
Yeah,
be
right.
lit.
You guys don't need him.
We're not
Najee,
signing.
They're not
Yeah.
signing Najee.
They're not signing Najee.
Nah, we need to pick up his 5th-year option.
Najee need to fucking
Another
come to the Bengals. That
a
would be
running back
sick.
who had a major fall from last year to this year would be Oklahoma State's Ollie Gordon. He went from being the running back of the year to this year completely fell off to then running at the combine ran a 4.61, which everyone was
Yeah,
a 4.61.
yeah. That boy can stay home that weekend. That's
Yeah.
all we gotta say.
Yeah. I mean, he's a big dude. He's a bruiser more than a fast guy, but
No,
you gotta run a little
4.61.
faster than that. Yeah.
4.61. What was Derrick Henry's 40 times?
I think like a 4.55 or
like-
something like that.
I'm
4.54?
sorry.
4.54.
sure.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm sorry. You cannot play running back and let 4.54.
Yeah, 4.54.
Yeah.
You can't play running back and let these D linemen. Excuse me, y'all. I'm so sorry.
Got D linemen outrunning him.
Exactly. Absolute insanity. Let me sip my drink.
But I was saying about the D lineman earlier that we're talking about. I want him to go to the Bucks if he's still available. Jahad Campbell is insane, bro.
Isn't Jahad Campbell a linebacker?
Yeah, but he's like the second linebacker to go off the board. So just like we were talking, that safety that might jump Starks, he could jump the other safety from Georgia. And bro, he is better than the guy from Georgia,
Who?
Jahad Campbell. He's better
Yeah.
than Jalen. I think I'm talking about Jalen Walker, right?
Do they play the same position?
Yes, they're both Mikes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Jalen Walker from Georgia. Yeah, that.
Or is Jalen Walker more edge?
That
I feel
Ollie-
like he's more of an edge. I think
Ollie-
Jahad
Okay,
Campbell.
so Jahad
yeah.
Campbell is the best middle linebacker.
Yeah.
Whoever gets him is nuts. He is easily the best middle linebacker in the draft.
Yeah.
that Ollie Gordon 40 was disgusting.
It's insane,
It
bro.
was so ugly. I just
Yeah,
saw
it was pretty insane.
It also didn't look like maybe he was like running full speed. Like he looked like. he
Why
was
would you
staying-
not be running full
I don't
speed?
know, but didn't it look like he was being lazy?
I mean, maybe.
Brett, play it again. The Ollie Gordon running the 40.
It was.
Look how lazy this looks.
Bro, he's
Chat,
a big boy.
look at this. Tell me if I'm tripping.
Yeah.
He looked like he's running his hardest here.
I don't know.
He looked like he let up right about 30 yards. He's like, maybe he's just too big. Maybe that's how fast that boy can go.
No, he is a big dude. There was a lot of people saying that if you didn't know what position he played, like he looks more like a defensive lineman type thing.
I was
Like,
going to just say he could fuck around and pull like a Anthony Barr, bro.
Yeah.
And because like when A-Bar switched from playing like F-back at UCLA, he played that his first year outside, he broke Matt Barkley's leg.
Yeah.
Got drafted in the
Is he
first
still in
round
the
off
league?
that shit.
Anthony Barr is still in the Vikings? or?
He was on the Cowboys to end his career. I don't think he is anymore, but
Yeah.
he's a Loyola
Damn.
High School legend. Shout out to A-Bar. But he had a great
Akla?
career. A-Bar is a dog. He's a starter, Pro Bowler. Shout out to A-Bar.
Moving on to the boys in the NFL already. Gino had a prediction about Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford ends up back with the Rams they reworked the contract for him. He had higher offers from the Giants and the Raiders, but chose to stick with the Rams. Good decision, bad decision. What do you guys think?
Great decision. That's like the best quarterback they could have signed, and he was already signed to the team, so no brainer.
No brainer.
Yeah, great decision, I think. I mean, obviously you're already here. Your wife loves the community. Like, you know the offense, and we talked about it last week, bro. Like, that team healthy is really good. They're the only team that even gave the Eagles a run for their money in the playoffs at all.
Yep.
I think fully healthy,
Get
that team
Devontae.
competes every year. Like, when Stafford first came, they immediately won a Super Bowl,
Yep.
and then all of a sudden everyone acts like they're not good.
Yeah. With that being said, the Jets go ahead and release Devontae Adams, which is clearing about $30 million for them off the books. The Rams could go ahead and bring Devontae in. That'd be a major plus, because I heard McVay on the radio yesterday talking about it's very unlikely that Cooper Kupp will be back with the team. So you go ahead and trade Cooper and you get Devontae for relatively cheap. That could be a major move for the Rams.
I agree with that. I think, though, and I hope not for his sake, honestly. I really hope he doesn't do this, but I think Devontae might follow Aaron around for
I knew you
do
were going
too.
to say that.
I hate to admit it, and I don't think Devontae should. I think he needs to like build his own thing, but I think Devontae, if he gets to choose, he's gonna just go wherever Aaron goes, because Aaron's gonna go somewhere.
Yeah.
I think he'll just go with where Aaron goes, or a team that can win. If he views the Rams as a team that can win next year, I can see him going there.
Yeah, I could see that.
Brett says maybe he'll go back to the Packers. Yeah, I mean,
They do.
a reunion would be cool. Jay Lev and them are dogs. They need a vet receiver in
Well,
there.
Jacobs came out and said that they need a number one receiver.
That's what he was talking about too.
And all the receivers that are there were like, "Yo, like, what are we talking about?"
Hey,
Like,
yo.
like, they were pretty
one.
pissed off about that.
Yeah, I mean, dude, like Watkins is good, Reed is good, Dobbs is good. Like, they're all really good number twos.
But
Yeah.
did any of them have 1,000-yard seasons?
No, because they're all good number twos. They're all like, they're all. I don't want to say Heinz Ward. Like,
No, what?
they're all the Alan Lazard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
They're-
want to go
they're
Heinz
perfect
Ward,
in
maybe
their
Alan
roles.
Lazard.
Yeah, they're
But
perfect in their
Lazard,
roles. Like,
speaking of him, the Jets gave him permission today to seek a trade.
Yep.
Or talk to teams.
Well, I mean,
all
Aaron
give, like-
Rodgers ain't there no more.
Yeah.
So,
they all give
yeah.
Tyler Boyd during the Bengals Super Bowl run energy. Like, really good on 3rd down and 13.
That's
all of a
not
sudden,
bad.
oh shit, Reed just caught a 40-yard
Yeah.
pass, but you're not expecting him to get 1,200 yards.
Yeah.
He's not going for a Triple Crown. He's not going to make the Pro Bowl.
Yep.
Maybe
also,
one day.
Yeah. Also, on to paying your guys. The Eagles go ahead and make Saquon the highest paid running back in NFL history. Shout out B Philly, man. Saquon there for a few more years. He gets 2 years, $41.2 million extension with the ability to make an extra $15 million in incentives and gets 36 guaranteed.
he's the highest paid RB or highest.
Highest paid RB ever in NFL history.
I feel like that's pretty chill if you ask me.
Yeah.
You just got to hurdle people backwards,
So,
win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he deserves it.
He brought the RB market back to life. Hopefully we see the running backs getting paid a little more throughout the game because they were a little undervalued. They show if you go there and beat people's head in, and then run it down their throat.
I mean, I could. There is a lot of good running backs in the league right now. Like I could see Gibbs getting paid a lot. I could see Bijan getting paid a lot. I'm probably missing a few, but there's a lot of good young guys right
Yeah.
now.
Good point. I will. Jeez, Milan.
He reset the market for those guys to get paid when it's their
like
opportunity.
Absolute dogs.
Yeah,
We're talking
exactly.
about absolute dogs.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he deserves it, dude. I think
100%.
There's a lot of things that like help, right? Like definitely the line and everything. But I mean, he was one game away from breaking the record and didn't because
He had some
Because-
minor injury that they wanted to hold him out
they
for
wanted to
the
hold him out for it.
playoffs.
So like,
yeah.
in reality, like he had the best season ever. He literally got them there. I
Yeah.
think Saquon's the difference maker between the Eagles making the Super Bowl and not. Like I think there's a lot of instances where you can be cheap, but like if like literally the difference between your team making a Super Bowl and not was like you brought in this one dude, it's kind of like, you know what I mean? And
For sure.
mind you, there's different pieces. Cooper DeJean and all them got drafted, but like, yeah, I think he deserves it. I think Saquon, and it's nice to see in like a league that always is looking to like cheap out those dudes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was nice to see like just
Yeah,
someone just
for sure.
paid a running back properly, and he took a pay cut I think to go there originally.
Yeah.
And so 1 year reward. He
Yeah.
literally was like, okay, they were like, you got a Super Bowl. Fuck the pay cut you took. They're like, gang,
Exactly.
you deserve to get paid.
Exactly.
Because Jalen and all of them is already paid.
They
They
wa-
all buy in chains.
Yeah, they went ahead and released Slay and Bradbury that opened up 6.4 million on cap space. So they went ahead and just gave that to Saquon.
Right
They
here.
said, "Hey, I ain't mad at it."
They're like, the exciting whites are on rookie deals. We're good,
For
baby.
real.
We're
real.
good.
Wait, was Bradbury getting paid though? He must be getting paid, or is he young as hell?
Bradbury is
He got
old.
released.
He's not.
Oh, sorry,
yeah.
sorry, man. What's the safety?
They're
The
the
white.
Blankenship.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
think
is that the safety?
isn't
Well, are you talking about
Reed.
Cooper
Reed.
DeJean?
I'm talking
or-
about Reed.
Reed Blankenship?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't he's what Brett? Is he in his third year? What's Reed? What year is he in? He's in his fourth.
Fourth year?
Has he been re-signed yet? Yeah. I mean,
I was kind of thinking he was getting paid, but maybe that's how they developed such good defense.
I mean,
if
I
he's
feel
still not
like
getting
I
paid.
feel like CJ GJ is getting paid more than
Oh yeah,
Reed,
yeah,
for
he's
sure.
getting paid.
Yeah.
Reed signed a 1 year deal.
Holy
It looks
shit.
like.
Yeah.
And they had Bond last year.
Yeah,
on
he's
that
on. He's
1 year
on for
deal.
1 more
Yeah.
year. So it looks like they couldn't pay him out
Yeah.
fully, so they just signed him for the year, and they'll figure it out.
Slay
next year.
says that he would be open to a return to the Lions on
He
a
ain't
1 year
going
deal.
to the Lions,
I could
bruh.
see him going back to the Lions, man. That would be that'd be a major piece for them.
I don't see a reason why that doesn't happen. If I'm being honest, like
I could tell you one. He said he would play for Tomlin if he wasn't playing for Sirianni. So where do you think he's going? Fill in the blank.
Well, he didn't say
I think
anything
he's
about the
going-
Steelers, and he said something about the Lions.
I
So.
think he's going back to the place that drafted him that he really loved, that is now a top team in the NFC to go ring chase.
yeah.
No,
Like what?
that'd be a good fit because he could guard.
winning
He
a
could
ring.
guard. He could play CB2
Steelers
because
aren't winning a ring in the next 5 years. Let's be honest.
what?
No.
Steelers aren't.
You haven't won a playoff game in like 8 years. Y'all are like y'all are 0-8 in your last 8 playoff
We're
games.
about to invest in our offense for the first time through the draft and free agency. Our defense can win a Super Bowl, and you already know that.
I don't.
It didn't look like it
No,
this
no,
year. No, hell no.
Bengals will win a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
for the Steelers.
moving on to that same division. The Bengals go ahead and franchise tag T. Higgins for a second year in a row, giving him $26 million for this upcoming year. They're keeping the gang together, man.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I think a lot of people. I was going through the comments. Obviously, I think a lot of people are like, y'all need to pay T and stop doing him dirty. I think I wouldn't be surprised if there's some type of conversation that's like, yo, T, listen, like we gotta pay Jamar and Trey.
Yeah.
We're gonna franchise tag you this year. You're gonna make $25 million because of franchise tag. And then next off season, when we have some extra money, we go. So I think I wouldn't be surprised, especially if Bengals make the playoffs this year. I wouldn't be surprised if they renegotiate with T. I think the biggest thing would be if Bengals, if we have a rough year again, maybe the defense doesn't look good, then you gotta you trade him.
Hold on. You're saying he's gonna play on the tag. He's not gonna hold out.
I don't think
T.
so.
Higgins?
He's not gonna hold out.
No.
No.
They went ahead and released Alex Kappa, the guard, to clear up some money as well. So I feel like that's obviously probably going to Jamar.
They haven't signed Jamar or Trey yet.
Yeah, they got
just
it.
tagged
That's
T.
why. That's
they're clearing up some money for it.
Yeah, that's all it is. They're just doing math.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Brett is saying, Bengals could still trade him. That's what I'm saying. Like the tag, just they keep rights to him so that he can't
Yeah.
just walk, bro. So like, I think at best, Bengals figure it out and we go on a playoff run this year. Maybe we get back to a Super Bowl, we win it, please God, and the gang stays together.
The window is Joe Burrow's career, as he said.
Yeah.
So
At worst, through the first 6 games, we're 3-3, 2-4, and T gets traded to the Patriots for some of those defensive pieces.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna play on the tag. I think they'll have to renegotiate before the season starts. But now that they tagged him, they could trade him. But he ain't playing for a 1 year 26. He can get 40 a year.
40?
40?
What?
Maybe 30 to 40.
Bro.
Ayuk got
What?
32, right?
The highest paid is Jettas. He's 35.
Let me see the top receiver contracts.
Chase is about to get over 40.
I'm so happy we have graphics because
I don't think he's getting 40.
Jettas is 35.
Jettas is
Ayuk
35.
is getting paid what? 32?
Can you zoom in?
I feel like Jamar, if anything, gets $1 million more than Jettas. He'll get 36.
They're gonna purposely give him like $5 more. Just
Yeah. Well, he literally said, I want $1 more.
35, CD 34, AJ 32 a year, Amon Ra 30, Tyreek 30, Ayuk 30, Waddle 28. Okay. I don't
more than Ayuk.
He's not.
He deserves more than Ayuk. That's for sure.
I don't think that T is gonna pass 28. I think he'll get a Waddle contract.
Nah.
4 years, about 3.
I could see him
3 years, 84. 4 years, maybe 100. Like 25 a year.
I could see him getting an Amon-Ra contract as well, like a little over 30 a year.
AJ's
I think he only wants like 32 on like a long-term deal.
Damn, Devontae 25. Yeah, see, I don't think he's gonna get.
But he'll take 32 if it's a long-term deal. But 1 year 26 doesn't make sense to me.
Why not?
Why not? It's $26 million.
26 mil.
Because he could be getting.
But I'm just saying, look at
120 million
look at the
total over
dudes on
4
here.
years
Look at
from the
Devontae's
Patriots.
contract. Devontae is making 25 a year. I love T. You can't tell me that like he's that much better than Devontae Smith and produces that much.
No,
more.
I agree with
he
you,
gets
but the
Devontae Smith
market
contract.
changes every single year. So
He
it
is
depends when you sign.
He is Devontae to Uno's AJ Brown.
I know it just depends when you sign though. So if you sign this year, you get more. If
Well,
you
because
sign
the
when
cap goes up every
Yeah,
year. I
yeah.
get that. But I think that the cap goes up every year, but I don't think position markets go up every year. Like the Saquon thing, like we're talking about, like now the running back market will shift because like we have all these dudes. So like I love T. I just don't know because he's also injury prone. Because T misses games every year. I don't know if any team's going to give T more than 26 a year. The trade-off is financial security. I agree with you that like he might not play on the tag because he's like, what if I get hurt?
Well, I feel like he's going to hold out regardless, but
wants to have
maybe he
some
plays
guaranteed.
like the first game of the season, even though he doesn't play the preseason. But that boy won me a fantasy championship. Pay him.
Shout out to T.
Damn.
Shout out to T,
I'm
man.
just saying, like, I don't think. I agree that he may not play because of injury and he doesn't want to risk his career. But I don't think that T's going to make more than $26 million next year.
Yeah.
Like, even if he signs a 4-year deal, it's not going to be more than $100 million for 4 years.
Yeah. In other wild receiver news, the 49ers go ahead and trade Deebo Samuel to the Commanders for a 5th-round pick. The Commanders go ahead and take on the remaining of his contract. It gives Jaden Daniels another weapon, along to go with Scary Terry out there. I mean, their offense is looking pretty nice. They got a little versatility there with Deebo. He can line up in the backfield, line up in the slot, line up outside. I like the move for them.
I do too.
Yeah.
They needed weapons, but this ain't the one. But they didn't have to pay anything for it, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, they're taking on.
They're taking on the contract.
I know, but they traded a 5th rounder.
Agreed,
The Cowboys
Yeah,
traded
agreed.
a 4th rounder for Mingo or Ringo, whatever. He doesn't even have
Yeah.
a touchdown.
Facts.
Yeah.
I think I mean, I think they finessed if you can afford it, right? Because you got Jaden and a bunch of dudes on like weird contracts. So like, yeah, you can afford it. And the worst thing that happens is like maybe he's washed, and by the time it's time to pay Jaden, you just get rid of him. So,
But it should help Jaden. Should be a weapon. Have some
I
capacity.
do think because I think that offense was actually pretty valid. I think Terry and Noah Brown and all those dudes like earned their spots. So I think if they were gonna bring in another like quote unquote receiver, a Swiss Army knife like Debo's perfect because
Yep.
like he adds an element to that offense that wasn't there. Because I think if the offense stays the same, you have the right dudes for it.
Yeah.
But like if you want to add a new wrinkle, then someone like Debo out the backfield, okay, then I can see why you'd want to add that.
Yeah, I actually like thinking
But no one deserves to get replaced.
Yeah.
They had a great year. For
sure.
You know what I mean?
Thinking of it in the way of like he's a running back because then you add him to that backfield, then you have 3 scary running backs. It's pretty sick.
Yeah. Another
Triple option with him and Robinson and Jaden would be, that might
Yeah.
be nuts.
And
Eckler.
oh,
as
and
well.
Eckler, quadruple option.
So that's 3 sick running backs, and then you only had one receiver the year before. Also, they got Brown, but he's more like a third. So he's a good fit, but he's kind of washed.
Also, another major contract that happened was the defensive tackle for the Cowboys, Oso Digizua. He gets 4 years, $80 million.
Let's go.
Yep. Hey, next up, though, that's a lot of big contracts. And next up coming is Micah. They're saying Micah could get 40 a year.
He gone.
Yeah, Jerry got to do some over there.
They have the worst.
Micah at 40 a year. They
Yeah.
got Dak at 60 a year.
He
Man,
gone.
That's a lot of
what the
that's a lot of
Bengals about to
bread,
go
man.
through.
that's why Jerry sell a lot of seats. Go over to Jerry World.
Go over to Jerry
Get you
World.
some popcorn and a pretzel.
Yeah.
and you know what I mean, a nice little Jerry pop because they gotta pay. They gotta pay these boys.
He had Mike Tyson fighting some little kid from Disney on steroids at that dome in the
Yeah,
in the
facts.
summer, right?
I know Jerry be so mad. I know Jerry be like, I really got to pay all this money to not do shit every year.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like Micah's a dog. Like individually, like he's crazy.
Micah's
Like that
good.
team, Jerry.
Jerry
They're
needs
gonna run it back with the same squad essentially. And what's gonna be the difference?
Jerry's
Well, I
gonna have
heard
to
they have
do Jerry's gonna have to do a little more acting on Landman and shit like that to be able to afford them
Man.
all. Hey, shout out Jerry on Landman.
Shout out
Honestly,
Jerry.
that was a hell of a roll.
Jerry,
That was
hey,
a hell
I'll
of a
tell
roll.
you, Jerry, you give us an investment, we'll flip you some bread, boy, because you got to get some type of winning team over there or something.
Well, I heard they have a lot of free agents, and they're not going to sign any of them. Like this year, like all
Also,
their
they're
free
gonna get
agents,
worse.
They're saying see ya. No, but
See ya.
yeah,
Oh, okay, bet they're gonna get even worse.
they're going to try to do a
Sick.
little better because last year was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. Another funny thing in NFL news is how the Browns repeatedly keep saying that they have no interest in trading Myles Garrett, and he keeps going back at them saying he has no interest in returning to the Browns. So I don't know how that ends
Yeah.
up, but the Bills have came out and said that they are looking and in heavy pursuit of Myles Garrett. So Myles Garrett ends up on the Bills. That could be pretty crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills even gave like more than they should, just because they are kind of in win now mode, right? And they're looking for.
They're in their window.
Yeah, they're in their window, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Fuck it, we need a difference maker. We need someone to move the needle. We need someone who can go get Patty." Like Myles Garrett, I honestly like.
He'll hit someone in the head with a helmet.
Yeah,
Hell
I
yeah.
honestly, you man.
Hey, shout out Denthead Mason Rudolph,
Hey, he
man.
ru-
Shout out
he
to
ruined
Macy
Denthead,
boy.
Shout out Denthead.
Man.
Macy's. But yeah, I think that's a good fit.
I mean,
I do
he-
too.
he'll-
I
he'll-
think that would really.
I like it.
Myles Garrett will go out there year after year and steal Defensive Player of the Year awards and hit you
Here
in the
we
head with a
go.
helmet.
and win them rightfully.
Here we go.
So that could be a big game changer.
I love that fit, and I think Myles Garrett loves that fit, and he knows how to play in the cold,
Yeah.
so it won't be hard. And that's a gritty Myles Garrett type team, good fan base. That's honestly like if I could pick a fit, it's a great fit.
It's the perfect fit. We
That
agree.
or come play next to Trey.
On to other tags. We got Trey Smith, franchise tag by the Chiefs. He's getting 24 mil. He's the highest paid guard. I believe Landon Dickerson was that before at 21 mil, I want to say.
Well, they need him.
Yeah. The Chiefs need Trey Smith bad. That's a good tag right there for sure.
Got to keep
Yeah.
Patty healthy.
Yep.
It's a good one.
Got to keep him upright. Another guard that gets moved is the Rams. Jonah Jackson is traded to the Bears for a 6. He's back with Ben Johnson. I believe he spent 4 years on the Lions beforehand. The Bears take on that salary at $17.5 million. So hopefully they're looking to keep Caleb upright and they can get him another tackle or something in the draft as well and build that line out. Because Caleb, when he's got time, he could be generational.
Absolutely.
I'm not just a USC
Ben
homer, but
Johnson isn't an idiot. You have to have an offensive line. to
Well,
win
for
a
sure.
game.
Look what the
so
Lions
that's
did.
what he's doing.
Yeah,
He'll
look what the
even
Lions
draft
did.
another one.
that's what I'm saying.
And I think
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing with them last year, right, is they got all those receivers. They went and got, and
No offensive line, let's get
O-line.
receivers.
It was like they did the opposite of the Chargers, including getting Keenan Allen. So yeah, I think that's a good move.
Hey, moving off of NFL, There was a report that Danny Dimes was going to the Colts. Let's just hope that doesn't happen.
No, that's happening. Good luck.
Let's just hope that doesn't happen.
Hey, they
Please.
need somebody to compete with A. Rich.
Please. I can't watch Danny Dimes on my team, bro.
I'm buying you a jersey.
I will
I'm buying you a jersey when
I
that
will
happens.
break the TV.
Do you want blue or white?
I will break the TV. I'll break every TV I see with Danny
that
Dimes on it. I
Danny Dimes
promise.
City Connect
I
gonna go
promise.
crazy.
I
Hey.
promise. I don't need the Indy Knights Danny Dimes jersey.
Danny
Trust
D
me, I
and
don't need
JT
it.
running the streets of Indy, baby,
Please
running
no.
it up.
Please no.
This one's for Naptown.
Please no. Just stick it out with AR, man. We do not need Danny Dimes in Indy.
Hey, this one's for Nap.
Why? He
No
can't-
hate.
He can't
no,
throw or run.
No hate, Danny Dimes. I'm sure you're a great dude, but please, bro, please just go to the Raiders or something. Like, just keep the Raiders in their
You know what?
miserable place that they're at.
You know what I think would be sick if Danny Dimes just played running back somewhere.
Hell yeah.
He's such a good runner.
Bro, just turn him into Taysom Hill.
That would be so.
I want
Thank
Danny
you.
Dimes at
Danny
fullback.
Dimes would be a great Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
I'm a stand
Danny
by
Dimes
that.
at Taysom
He's
Hill.
lengthy
like the
too.
Water
He can
Boy.
probably
Put him at
catch.
fullback.
Yeah.
Bro, he can run. Danny Dimes rushing yards. I say what you want about Danny Dimes.
Hey.
Danny Dimes rushing yards used to pay my bread.
Whatever happens, just as long as it don't end up on the Colts, everything will be
Player
okay.
comp Bobby Boucher.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hey, moving on to MLB, the Astros come out and say that Altuve will play mostly left field this year.
That's
moving
interesting.
off of second base. I don't know. He's played, I believe, only 2 games outside of second base in his entire career.
He's super washed up, so if he wants to stay on the team, he's got to accept left field.
Yeah, Gino, as soon as he figures out that he thinks someone's washed up, he never lets it go.
I mean, Altuve never.
Or are you kidding?
Altuve had a
Altuve sucks.
Altuve had like a top 25 fantasy baseball year last year, so I don't know where he's getting that information from. But
Machine at the end of the year,
Yeah.
especially.
Altuve?
At the end of the year, bro, he was hitting the ball really well.
Yeah,
When
he's.
the Astros for 2 seconds looked like
He
they
was
wanted to
good
do
back
some
in the
shit.
day when they were banging on trash cans, but not everyone can cheat.
when he had
every
that
single
wire
game.
under his jersey, he was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
He literally had a butt plug guessing the pitches if vibrated when the slider came, and then he hit that slider off Chapman to win the game.
That is insane
Whoa.
commentary.
That's what I
Insane.
read on the internet.
That is
I'm not
insane.
sure.
I read it on the interweb.
That's a Gino lock.
Yeah, it's a
I
Gino
thought I had
lock.
good sources on that.
Gino
one.
read it on the interweb, so
Yeah,
That's a Gino
if
lock
Gino
right
read
there.
it and said it. It's true, baby.
according to his sources.
Yep.
Yeah. Left field isn't gonna work out. I don't think.
I mean,
I don't think Altuve's fast enough.
he's not going to be elite, but I mean, just run and catch the ball. It's left
Yeah.
field, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
We
Better
got
than him
a
at second.
They got some type of money ball logistics for it. I'm sure.
we got a lot of injuries going on in spring training. We got the Braves catcher Sean Murphy is now out 4 to 6 weeks with a fractured rib.
You know what that means?
What does that
means
mean?
that Strider, Acuna, and Sean Murphy are on the IL to start the year.
Hell yeah.
But I still think they're going to win the
Acuna's
East, so it
still
doesn't
out,
matter.
huh?
I mean, they're still a powerhouse.
He'll be back soon though. He'll be good. Other injuries is Luis Gil, the pitcher for the Yankees, has a lat strain and will be shut down for at least 6 weeks. Usually a lat strain ain't very good news. That usually leads to a little TJ action going on. Might not need that.
Especially right before the season. This
Yeah.
kid's like,
Yeah.
he's gonna come back,
No, I think
come out in the third inning of that game. Like when dudes start the season hurt as pitchers. Yeah, I don't like this.
You tend to fade those types of players that are already hurt going
For
into
sure.
it.
Personally, especially when it
Pitchers-
comes to
pitchers, you're
pitching,
saying,
dude.
yeah.
I just feel like because pitching is such a feel thing, man. For me,
Well, you got to build up.
Yeah, and
Hitting, you can go hit and be great,
Agreed,
but pitching,
agreed.
you have to build up.
And obviously, they usually come in on a pitch count, dude. But just too many times I've seen dudes think they were ready, and then 30 pitches in, it's all of a sudden like Luis Gil was subbed out for whoever the fuck, and you're like, oh well, there goes my over 4.5 strikeouts prop because I thought he was going to be in for 4
Oh, you
innings
got
at least,
that
right?
PTSD.
Boy, yeah. And shout out to Gil, man. I think he's good. But
Hey, another major surprise for the Yankees is Stanton will open the season on the IL with double tennis elbow. Double tennis elbow. That's a little wild. I don't know how that happens, but hey.
What was you doing?
What was you doing?
That boy freak.
What was you
got that
doing?
rug burn.
That's a little
Damn,
crazy.
he's had too many
Or
Diddy
he's just
parties.
hitting curls like, bro, here's some deadlifts or something.
He did
man.
not leave the Diddy party early.
Whoa.
He stayed late.
Allegedly.
He stayed late, allegedly, for the after hours.
Yeah, I
Allegedly.
mean, he's had a couple off-season stories that I'm not gonna get into, but
Allegedly.
nah,
yeah,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he was crawling because that boy can't run. So
Yeah,
maybe all fours is helping him move a little bit.
But he's from LA, so shout out Giancarlo.
Yeah, shout out Giancarlo,
that's the
man.
boy, man. Come
Notre
on.
Dame High School.
Oh, he went. Oh, go Cubs! Loyal in the building.
Milan didn't like that too much.
Yeah, go Cubs. I don't know when I was there. We was winning them games. So.
Other MLB news,
good.
that snake Manfred said that he's looking to take Pete Rose off of the ineligible list after he dies. Like, what is that about? Why did we
That's
wait?
because like Trump had some like kind of like
Why
Twitter
wait-
rant about like pardoning
I think
Rose
Manfred's
or something.
dick riding.
He said he was going to pardon Rose. I believe that's what he said, which he's dead. So
Yeah.
I don't really know what that
But
means.
he just like caused like some.
I don't know what that
Manfred
means.
say something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, we all.
That's such a crazy thing to say. That's so. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
man. Shout out to
R.I.P. Pete Rose. R.I.P.
he
the
should
hit.
be in
The
Hall of
number
Fame,
one
man.
jumper. I
R.I.P.
would've
the
done it
hit
too.
king. R.I.P. the hit king. Man,
I would have done it too, Petey. I would have done it too. I don't blame you, boy. I don't blame you.
He was betting on himself.
Yeah, he was just betting on himself.
Betting on himself to win.
I'm nasty. I can't bet on myself
Exactly.
to do good.
It's crazy.
Stop.
It's crazy.
I don't know nobody I trust more to make this shot than
Bro,
me.
he deserves to be in the hall. No question.
You ever seen that doc on Netflix about it's like the untold stories, and it's about the kid who was at Arizona State who got in with the gambling people, and he was like, "Yeah, it's just so funny to me." He's like, "Yeah, I needed to clear a +7 one time, for my guys." He's like, "We were down 8." He's like, there's 0.3 on the clock. They inbound it to me. All my teammates are confused why I just chuck up a 3,
Bro.
and they show the video, and he gets it. He's like,
Bro, that shit reminds me of Jonte Porter, bro. Jonte Porter, when he was up there chucking shit and one went in, he said,
he said.
"Oh fuck, I didn't need that to go in." Oh
I
shit.
think it's better than when you find out an athlete was gambling and then
Yeah.
you go watch how they like their reactions to things.
Yeah.
You can always you're like, yep, he did it.
Yeah, you can
John-
see very clearly.
I've never seen someone hit a 3 and be like,
Yeah, didn't need that one to go in.
he started
that
doing
is
math. He
fucking-
looked
About to
at
get
the
my
box.
legs broke.
Oh, on me.
Yeah.
I'm weak.
On to real baseball news. That boy Shohei comes out and hits an absolute oppo nuke in his first at bat in spring training. Same thing he did last year. Hey, we all knew it was gonna happen. It's set in stone.
That was in Tempe, right?
I believe so.
The Angels playing Tempe.
Do they? They might. Yeah.
Yeah, that was versus the Angels Friday night.
Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense because Adele Tawny hit a home run in that same game.
Who?
Joe Adele Tawny.
Adele hit a grand slam.
Yeah, and Jorge Soler. I was really worried about him because I wasn't sure.
Nah,
if you-
Soler's a dog.
Yeah.
Soler's gonna hit more homers than Trout this
No,
year.
that's what I was trying to say. I was really worried about him because he's on the Angels now, and he hit a 3-run home run, and I'm like, you're not an Angel until you hit a solo home run because
Yeah.
we only hit solo.
Nobody
home runs.
on base.
Yeah, nobody can be on base.
Yeah.
So in the same game, he then hit a solo home run. I was like, okay, you're an Angel because I was like, that's too many runs.
Yeah,
God forbid,
facts.
we're not allowed to get runs.
Only solos.
Only solos.
Only
with 2
solos
outs.
and no pitching.
Only solos with 2 outs.
Yeah.
just a quick
Hell
one
yeah.
for fun.
Hell yeah.
Juice up the stats.
That'll be a nice little bet for this year from the last episode.
Hey, shout out my boy Roki Sasaki. He had 5 Ks tonight. That boy is looking disgusting.
Disgusting, man.
Yeah,
He-
shout out
he
to
was
Michael
sitting
Bush for
99.
taking him
The
yard.
splitter was dropping the length of the strike zone. It was
Splitter
nasty.
was dropping the
No
head to the
one-
toes.
It was
man.
crazy.
No one cared.
It was crazy.
I promise no one cared.
It
I mean,
was crazy.
He's gonna be a bigger star
Hey.
than maybe Otani. He'll probably have a statue outside Dodger Stadium soon. Roki's gonna win.
Let's
Rookie
not
of
go
the
that
Year.
far.
He's gonna win Rookie of the Year. He's gonna win us a World Series.
Yeah,
when he's a rookie.
Let's get there first. We can't say he's better than Ohtani.
I don't wanna
Ohtani hits and pitches.
I don't want to put pressure on him, but that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, we're
Think
looking
he's gonna
forward
be
to it
bigger
for
than
sure.
Ohtani.
Well, I just think he's going to win a lot of Cy Youngs and a lot of World Series, so it's going to be close.
Hey, shout out Milan and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, because we all know that makes
I
sense.
got my hat on today, baby.
Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim,
yeah.
California.
Opening day is
Hey,
coming soon.
you're not too good either. Y'all both wearing Disney fucking sports teams.
Yeah, I can only wear this hat at my house. There's not a lot of places.
I can imagine.
Not a lot of places.
I wouldn't want to be seen in public
Shout
with
out
that
to
on.
Mighty Ducks, man.
Unfortunately, I live in LA, so there's more than one reason I can't wear this hat at certain places.
Facts.
But today I was out in Santa Ana handling some business, and I seen somebody with an Angels hat on, and I said, "Go Angels!" and we gave a nice little fist pump. So it's nice to be, you know what I'm saying, down the OC with my people, my real Angel fans.
With your
You know what
people.
I'm saying?
Jeez, bro.
Yeah, Westchester
Those are
forever.
your people, bro. You got to hop on the bandwagon. Otani's over here now.
Yeah, you're an
bro.
Ohtani fan. You might as well
It
just
ain't too late.
Just come over to the dark side, man.
Ohtani-san is the GOAT, man, but he just, it's like Anakin went dark too. You know what I mean? Sometimes, even the best ones make bad decisions, bro. And Ohtani he'll get right. Ohtani get him another chip or two, and he'll come back to the Angels because he knows what's right.
Is
He's
Trout Obi-Wan?
Yeah, Trout is Obi-Wan, and he's also the Force.
Obi-Wan beat everybody, and Trout never won shit, though.
He's also and we talked about this, and that's the nice part about editing is we're gonna put it up right here.
onto other
Halfway-
Disney movies,
Yeah.
along with Angels in the Outfield
Yeah.
and the Mighty Ducks.
Long story short, man, I looked at the stats. Ohtani has over half the at-bats that Trout's had in his career and does not have half the stats. He will not finish a better player than Michael Trout. Michael Trout is the best baseball player to
I
ever
think
play.
Trout will have more home runs for sure than Ohtani.
This year? Yeah.
No, ever.
Absolutely.
All right, moving on
Absolutely.
from that, we are on to the NBA. And a sad day for the NBA, man. Kyrie goes down with a torn ACL.
What?
Yep.
When did that
Happened
happen?
last
That
night.
happened last night.
Oh, fuck.
Kyrie went down with the torn
That boy
ACL,
was
man.
just rocking them glaciers.
Shout
versus
out
Lakers,
Kyrie.
too.
You got, one of my favorite players of all time. Hate to see that happen. He was absolutely balling. But a lot of people are going to throw that back on Nico.
Yeah.
Pause.
Karma.
Yeah. Hey, yo.
Hey, and that's Ladiddy Russell.
Hey, yo. Yeah. Nico out there, people are looking to ban the Mavericks. I don't think they'll be going to the games no more. They're also saying that they're going to raise the ticket prices by about 8% next year. It's not looking too good for Nico. He might be out of a job
They do
pretty
not
soon.
have the audacity to raise them damn ticket prices.
Dude, this is not the time.
Bro, are you fucking kidding? You better start giving out discounts.
You
Nico.
start giving them for free.
Boy. Yeah, no. Shout out to Kyrie, man. I think that Kyrie's one of those, one of the few athletes that lives outside of team fandom. I think regardless of who you go for, everybody I think everyone loves Kyrie and everyone knows what he is
never
for
met anyone
basketball.
that hates Kyrie.
Yeah, and I think if you really and it's not like a niche thing, because I think most people know. But if you know, Kyrie really is one of the most skilled players ever. And there's a difference between MVPs and rings and nuanced basketball. So I think anytime that Kyrie Irving's not playing is bad for the sport.
Yeah,
It's
if
bad for
Kyrie
sport.
was 6'6", he'd be the best player of all time. So,
Facts.
yeah.
Shout out to Kyrie, man.
The rest of the league is lucky he's not.
Yeah.
So
If
shout out,
Kyrie was LeBron's build, he'd be better
shout
than
out
LeBron.
Kai, man. Shout out Kai.
I think he's great.
Yeah, he's amazing. On
out to
to a real NBA team that Nico helped out. The Lakers are now on to the 2 seed.
Woo!
Going
on.
up those rankings real fast
Come
since
on.
we got Luka, man.
Luka.
Up those rankings real fast. Braun is 1 point away from 50K. He might even have it now. I know we're playing tonight. He probably got it already. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out, Braun. 50K.
50K.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Shout out, Braun, man.
Shout out to Braun.
Shout out, Braun, man.
Hey, let's pull up. Can we get some live stats on that? I got a bet on that.
I'm happy Luka has a chance this year.
Yeah, I'm
happy for
Lake
Luka.
Show, man. Everyone's bought in, bro. We traded one of the best defensive players to ever live, and somehow got better on defense. So I'm loving what I'm seeing.
Where are they giving up like
'Cause I
20
feel-
less points a game?
I feel
insane.
that like everyone would kind of let their guy like get by them, and they'd be like, "Oh, AD got it."
AD,
like,
facts.
Now everyone's trying to be in front of their man. They're like, "Nah, we got to lock up." Like,
Facts.
And yeah, it shows for sure.
And I think Braun is doing the Braun thing, the Swiss Army knife thing, where he's just like, all right, now I'm just gonna be like the best 3-and-D guy in the
Yep.
league. Like that's what I need to do. And I think I saw a tweet that was like, Nico Harrison called Luka fat, and Luka turned into Alex Caruso. Like he gets like
Yeah.
4 steals a game
For
bro.
sure.
Like everyone's just bought in, and
For
I think
sure.
I think it speaks though, like, and everyone's been there, but like when you feel like you can win, bro, there's a different. You can feel that energy. Like these boys really think they can.
I
win
would say
shit.
they're going to win the West this year.
Yeah.
Just because of.
They'll beat the Thunder. I shout to Shea and them, but like I think when it comes down Braun and Luka, like it's just a different.
I mean, you can
we
already
talked
tell
about
the
it,
Thunder
like-
are more of like a regular season like team.
Yeah, it's like I said, it feels like that Hawks team, bro. Like they're gonna run into
Because
Braun
if
and
Shea
it's gonna
gets
be
shut
tough.
down one game in the playoffs, they lose that game.
Yeah, and as soon as Vando is on Shea, it's gonna get different.
yeah.
That boy be beefing with everybody, huh?
And he just be roaming around. He's gonna be a menace. Like I think in the playoffs, he's gonna be really valuable for us.
Moving on to another sad case in Philly sports. At least they won a Super Bowl, but Embiid out for the season, man. Podcast P said he's done podding until his team can reach those season goals. I don't know what the season goals will be.
Play
but
in, maybe.
Ain't
Yeah.
nothing new.
I don't think they have much to look forward to, but yeah, Podcast P said he's focused. He's locked in now. I don't know where he's been all season, but he's locked in now.
That boy decided to lock in right now?
Yeah, he locked in now.
He said, I'm locked in.
He's locked in now. The Celtics earlier this week or last week go ahead and blow a 25-3 lead to the Cavs with another video of Jason Tatum being the cringe god saying, "Get these guys the fuck out of here."
That was bro.
out of here.
I've never seen someone try to chase iconic moments
Literally.
harder and fail every
And
time.
every time.
Every fucking
Bro,
time.
the universe just fucks him every time.
I got the perfect player comp for Jason Tatum.
Who would that
Henry
be?
Cejudo. He's the Henry Cejudo of the NBA.
What makes you say that?
They're just like
the
the biggest losers I've ever seen in my whole entire life.
Did Cejudo ever become champ?
Yeah, he's Triple C. That's his nickname because he was
He
champ
won the
in 3
Olympics
things.
like
Oh.
Tatum.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's not a bad comp.
Yeah.
I don't know much about his like.
They're just cringy. They're just cringy.
Yeah, I think I've never seen anyone chase moments for no reason. That shit is funny. And as a Laker fan, like watching Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum like do that and then lose, it was funny to see Dono yelling at them like.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, it
feel
was
like
jokes.
Jaylen
It was
Brown-
jokes. I rock with Tatum, and to an extent, I don't rock with the Celtics. So there's no world where like I'll
Celtics
keep it a
suck.
bean. There's no world where I'm saying I'm rock with you, but like I think he's a good player, and I think like
No, Tatum is a dog.
Yeah,
Don't get
like,
me wrong.
I for sure think that like, bro, I think he be getting unnecessary hate, but he also does that shit to himself.
does it to himself.
That boy was
Like, he trying to
scratching
cosplay
LeBron's back
Kobe.
on the Olympics.
Yeah, facts. Just be yourself, bro. Like, come on, bro. You a champ. You
Yeah.
dating LMA. Like, you're coolin', bro. Like, you don't have to like. It's corny, and it's like I hate to do this, but like,
I mean, once
Super
again,
light-skinned.
it is biased sports talk. We are Lakers fans.
Yeah, so just chill out, brother. Chill out. Stop
yeah,
doing
just
all that
chill with
extra
that,
shit.
bro. Just chill with that. I don't know.
Just be yourself, man. Just go out there and ball. 'cause
The
you're a
last time
dog.
y'all told me not to give an opinion on somebody because we wanted him on the pod, Will Howard went in through 14 incompletions at the combine. So I feel like I've been pretty right so far.
No one ever gonna hate on you for being
Got
yourself.
45 seconds of incomplete.
Hey, on to another dog. That man Shea went out there and put up another 50-point game last night.
MVP.
Another 50-point game. That is
Lock.
4 in the last 19 games.
MVP?
Absolutely insane. And people think that it's still an MVP race. There is no MVP race.
Yeah.
Shea is the MVP. It's over.
I agree. I think though metrics are tough, dude, because like
Are you getting into a LeBron conversation?
no, I'm actually not. I'm actually getting into the opposite of what you'd think as a Laker fan. Like I'm making the argument for Jokic actually. Like the dude averages
Oh
a
my.
triple double. He shoots like
Nah.
50% from three. And like I'm not saying that Shea shouldn't win MVP, but I will say an interesting metric that I read very recently is like in the last 5 years, I think the Nuggets are like second in offensive efficiency, and without Jokic, they're like 29th. Like he makes that.
Well, yeah, he's a
Yeah,
good
of course.
player.
Well, that's my point. He makes that significant of a difference to that team. I'm not saying that Shea is an MVP, but I would say this and take away bias, even though it's bias sports talk. Take Shea from his team and take Jokic from his team. Which team is worse?
That's tough, bro.
The Nuggets
Shea
low key get worse to me, way worse than the Thunder get.
I don't know,
No.
bro. Shea is out there with the ball just like Jokic is majority of the game.
That's why we're talking about it. I don't know. I just think like, bro, like I'd be curious to see the Thunder's record without Shea versus like the Nuggets. And
I mean,
we don't know it
it's
here.
probably
Maybe
fair.
we can put it
It's
up on the
probably
screen
fair, but
and we can.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I think metrics are tough, is what I'm saying. Because I think Shea deserves the MVP, but I think people who argue for Jokic, like I can get from a numbers point, like why you'd argue it, bro. Like the dude is so efficient.
Yeah,
but
that's
like
for
if you're
sure.
gonna do that though, then he should have been winning every year. You should have never gave Embiid. Like you know what I'm saying. So I think there is like voter fatigue. It happened to Braun, and I think Shea. He came in second last year, bro. So, you know, it kind of feels one of those inevitable things. And now to me, with these 50-point games, it feels like he knows that. And he's like, all right,
sure.
let me just make sure I get it. Which concerns me, not as a Laker fan, but if I was a Thunder fan, I'd be like, bro, you a little too eager for this. Like, once you win that MVP, are you going to keep that foot on the gas? Because Braun and them wasn't worried about that. When Kobe got All-Star Game MVP, he gave that shit to Shaq. He said, we trying to win a ring. We're not worried about no All-Star Game MVP. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
for sure. It's yet to be seen. They haven't done it yet, so
Facts.
they got to see if they can. Moving on to world sports, we had Champions League round of 16 starting up today, and Real Madrid versus Atleti was an absolute crazy match. Real went out there and won 2-1 on the first leg with an absolute banger to start the game from Rodrigo in the 4th minute. Right into the left corner, man. The announcer described the finish as cool as a greyhound's nose. It was insane.
But can you do it in that accent?
No, I can't do it in that
Okay,
accent.
okay.
Of course not. Julian Alvarez comes and follows that up for Atleti with an absolute banger himself. Takes on Camavinga himself one-on-one. Crosses it across. Just inside the box, crosses it across the whole goal. Courtois couldn't do a thing.
Oh, my God.
Couldn't do a thing. It was disgusting, bro. I'm
That
sitting
was
here.
filthy.
I'm sitting here screaming at the TV, bro. It's absolutely
That
filthy.
boy looks like a predator.
It was absolutely filthy.
That boy looks
bro.
like he's just on a sick one.
Yeah, he's got 22 goals this year in all competitions. He's got 6 goals in his last 6 games. He's been absolutely balling.
Oh, my goodness.
But then we got Brahim Diaz with the nasty goal himself, one-on-one. Puts on his dancing shoes, gets right by the defender. Oh. Yeah, get off me! Get off me, man.
What country he from?
Get off me. I believe Brahim Diaz plays from Morocco.
Oh, my.
Yeah, that boy doing that salsa little. That boy dancing.
At the end of the day, Real goes up 2-1. They win the first leg. Moving on to the second leg at Atleti Stadium. That will be an absolute banger again. The other game of the day of a top club was Arsenal. They kicked the shit out of PSV 7-1. They are the first team in Champions League knockout history to go on the road and score 7 goals. So they're pretty much already on to the next round. It's not even a question.
They got some cupcake shit.
Yeah,
Cupcake matchup.
for the most part. Tomorrow we are looking at Bayern Munich versus Bayer Leverkusen, which is a matchup of the top 2 teams in Germany. I'm a Bayern fan, so I hope it goes well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will be looking for that dub. It won't be easy, but I think we can go out there and get it done. We also got Gino's favorite team, Liverpool, against PSG tomorrow.
Liverpool is ass. Run that. PSG gonna win the tournament. My other
Hell
two,
no.
My other 2 teams, Juventus
Hell
and
no.
City.
Oh, this one's going
They already
viral.
got knocked out last round.
Hell
So
no.
PSG, I'm taking them to go all the way. Lock that shit in.
Bro, Mo Salah's about to go out there and put up a hat trick by himself.
Liverpool is about to get smoked the first game. We ain't even got to watch the second game. PSG's going on. That's a lock. It's even odds though. I
hit
think
the button,
PSG's
Milan.
plus 140.
Hit the
and
button. It's a lot.
Liverpool's
Gino
plus
lock.
160. So it's basically a pick 'em.
Yeah, we'll
And,
see how that goes.
It's a pick 'em.
We'll definitely see how that goes. I don't. I'm more of a
We'll
fan
know
of the
'cause
idea
if this
that
episode will come out. We'll know by
yeah,
then.
we'll know by
So
then.
it's,
Yeah. I mean, hopefully it comes out sooner so you can get them locks in. But I don't think it's gonna be out by tomorrow morning or
No.
afternoon or whatever.
Yeah, we'll see after the fact. We'll be on the next episode talking about how Gino's locks went.
yeah, absolutely.
And you know, it's not only that I predict these things; it's almost like I know these things.
Facts.
He's a medium.
Anything real quick before we get into the last few topics? Anything this week that because this will come out on Thursday. So anything this weekend that you're eyeing? Anything?
Oh yeah, this weekend we got a big.
We got that UFC.
We got that UFC 313.
All right, give us a lock.
We got Alex Pereira against Ankalaev. It is
tough.
even odds.
It's tough.
Pereira, baby.
Poton's made me a shitload of money.
Put that bag on.
Dude, that's gonna be a war.
Oh no.
he's
That is
fighting-
gonna
he's
be a
fighting the
war.
Oh, he's
He's fighting
fighting
a
one of
Russian.
those
Ankalaev.
bear
The
wrestling
The big Dagestani.
Russians. Yeah, nah. I'll keep it a bean. And this is not. It's not racist. It's a compliment, and it's not racist. It's just true. Any dude from the like Russian region that has a stan in the end of it, who's got a haircut and a beard like that, who grew up wrestling baby bears, is gonna be a champion.
Hey,
that's
just
a-
say,
that's
just
Pereira's
say.
not winning.
That's
I don't
a-
even need to see it. And I know Pereira's game. I don't know Ankalev's game.
Ankalaev.
I've seen all I need to see.
Magomed
Lock in
Ankalaev.
Ankalaev.
Yeah.
Lock
That
in
is-
Makalev Ankalaev. He's going to win. I guarantee
That
you.
is a big fucker.
So
Hey,
that fight is even odds. Yeah, to pick him. So
Yeah.
that's not good. When you have a champ that's knocked out that many people, and you got this contender from Russia, and the Vegas has it as even. That's not a good
Ooh,
sign
'cause
for our boy.
Pereira's a
But
good-
Shama, let's go,
Shama.
baby.
That's a
Shama.
fact, though.
Shama all
I
day.
believe in Peloton, man.
Yeah,
I believe in him.
Shama.
Wait, so Pereira's like submission guy, right?
No, he will knock you the
artist.
fuck
He'll
out.
knock you the fuck out.
Yeah,
he's a kickboxer.
Okay. Oh, that's the dude who knocked out Izzy.
Stylebender. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm tripping. I was thinking of the other Brazilian dude who had the blonde hair who was doing all the
Oliveira?
chokes. Oliveira, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking of. Ankalaev? Ankalaev by submission.
It's
Yeah.
not a bad take. That's
Ankalaev
a
by
pretty good
submission.
take.
That's my. I'll even lock it in.
Okay.
I'm not going to look up any metrics.
Real
and I'm
Dagestani
going
shit?
to place the bet. I'm dead ass.
I wonder.
That's all I need to see.
B Philly, can we look up what the under is here? Because I don't see this fight going the distance.
I don't think so, too.
That's kind of where I'm going with it. Because
It's probably 2.5, if I had to guess.
I think it might be less. I would say it's 1.5.
It might
if I
be
had to
1.5.
guess.
Yeah, I have to check it. I'm not sure. I'm just going. It's a championship fight, right? It's just with the,
Yeah, but I think it's either Poton's path to victory would have to be knockout. I don't think he can get a decision because the wrestling of Magomed. And then I think Ankalaev can get a sub, but I don't think he can knock him out. So
yeah, yeah. It's gonna be. It's gonna be a.
and then
good little one, huh?
Gaethje, he's
Gaethje
fighting
up next.
Fiziev.
Yeah, Gaethje's an underdog. Hey, we all know that any fight that Gaethje's in is going to be a war. He loves. He said it himself. He loves going into the darkness, man. He's there to battle.
Fucking demon.
That's going to be another huge fight on the card. Other than that, I mean, those are the two that I'm really looking forward to. Those are the co-main.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. That's a championship fight. It is gonna be 5 rounds,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be more like 4.5, 3.5.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be a good card, man. It'll be a good card. We'll see how. We'll see what happens. We'll see. So what's the lock then?
I need to see the under. If it's 1.5, you might go
It'll
over.
be. It's a 5-round fight, so it'll probably be like 3.5, 4.5.
I mean, I don't think it matters. It's
How many rounds?
Well, it's a 5-round fight, but I think I just gotta see the over under real quick.
I'm
and
just
then-
saying, give me a prediction on rounds though before you see the over under. Like how many rounds do you
what
think it
what
goes?
round? Since I'm predicting finish, I
Yeah.
would say
Not holding you to it.
second,
I am.
third. I'm leaning third.
Okay.
I'm holding you to it.
So I'll bet the second and third because when you can bet multiple rounds, that is gonna finish. You can get.
Let me just
crazy
check my
odds.
book. I can just
What
check.
if like finish in the third rounds plus 400, finish in the second rounds like plus 300. You take both of those because if any of those hit, you're in the money.
Facts.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna check right now see if I can see an over under on that while cold.
Moving on to our last topic of boxing. Tank Davis had a fight on Saturday where he was a minus 1,600 favorite The fight ended up in a draw. He said that he had a little hair grease getting in his eyes from his braids. So he took a knee. It was a little, that was a sight to see.
Yeah, I think he probably just took the night off. He thought he was fighting, what's his name? I don't even know his name. But yeah, he probably took the night off. He's Tank Davis, and it fucked him. It fucked him real good.
Yeah, I think he thought it was easy work.
Because he didn't win.
Bro, according... If you look at this,
it was a draw.
It was a draw. It was a draw. But
yeah, so he didn't win.
If you look at the stats, Tank outpunched him in pretty much everything, bro.
Yeah,
it's just because of the visual of him taking that knee, it fucked him for sure.
Yeah,
you saw what his hairstylist said on Instagram after the fight.
I saw.
Right?
She doesn't agree.
Yeah,
I will say though, I saw like after round 1 or something like that, Angel Reese had tweeted and was like, "Who did Tank's hair?" Like,
really?
Yeah, and was like, it looked like his grease on his face. And then after he said that, and she like quote tweeted it and was
That's
like, "See,
wild.
I told y'all." So it's up for debate. I asked my girl about it. Black girl extraordinaire. She said that grease not lasting that long. So
Yeah, Wednesday to Saturday.
Yeah, I think Tank, just like Gino said, I think he took the night off. I think he thought it was going to be easy work. And I think the happiest person, I hate to admit it, I think the happiest person that night is Floyd Mayweather. He's so happy that Tank got that draw on there. Because he's like, all right, boy, there goes that.
Yeah,
that's
you know what I
Bruce's whole record, yeah?
Yeah, that's just, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It just, he has a 1 on there. Even if it's a draw, like
Yeah.
there goes that O, bro. And like, so now Floyd is really that,
Nah, Roach put on a good fight for sure, though. It wasn't a bad fight. Hardest thing of the night, though, was Lamont Roach's outfit was designed by Moa Lola and my boy Ian. Moa Lola is the designer of those shirts, the wet shirts that
Tyler be wearing.
all the girls wear. So it was pretty hard that he came out in that fit. That was one of the hardest boxing fits I think I've ever seen.
Versus Chrome Hearts Tank. That's
Exactly.
the battle of the designers for real.
Shout out Mo Lola. Shout out Ian, man. That shit was hard.
Man.
Yeah.
See the swag in boxing, low key.
I like it.
That's a cool
I like
element
seeing
that
everyone
they're
come
adding.
out, with the hard fits.
Yeah, that's cool. I think that's a really fun thing that I
Yeah,
hope
you gotta
that they
make a
keep,
spectacle
they
of it.
keep
For sure.
diving into, because it used to be more traditional, and it's kind of sick to like. Because why not? You know what I mean? It's such an upper body sport. Like swag out the gloves
Hell yeah.
and the shorts. Like
you got to put on a performance. You got to put on a show. So like, if he just would have got someone gets a knockout, rocking all the swag, it just rises their stock that much.
Just as we are out here putting on a show, that will be all for this episode of Bias Sports Talk.
Take the under on 3.5 rounds on Poton and Ankalaev. That's a lock.
Ankalaev by submission, baby. You heard it here first. I didn't even need to say I ain't seen him fight once. I guarantee.